Good evening, everyone. Golden Ticket to History coming to you from my car for another evening edition of Haunted Discussions. I have a little bit of some allergies going on, so I may sound a little bit hoarse. It's something that's been creeping up on me for the last couple weeks, and it finally reared its ugly head. So my apologies if I sound a little bit off this evening. But I wanted to tune in and talk about the topic of my favorite haunted location that I have visited. And it's a toss-up between two places. Two places are tied at number one. One is definitely my favorite in the sense that it's a place I've been wanting to go to since I was 6 years old. But the reason why it's a tie is because unlike the place I wanted to go to since I was 6 years old, the other place that's tied with that first location, I have actually been inside. Big difference. So, I will mention first the location that I was able to go inside and walk through the entire facility, and that would be the St. Augustine Lighthouse in historic St. Augustine, Florida. Lighthouse is pushing almost 200 years old. It is one of the tallest lighthouses in the United States, and it is believed to be extremely, extremely haunted. Believed to be haunted by the children of some of the innkeepers who unfortunately passed away in a carriage car accident during the construction of the lighthouse, as well as various other innkeepers and their families who unfortunately lost their lives. I've actually been able to go through that entire facility, climbed up the entire tower multiple times, took pictures throughout the entire innkeepers' quarters, through the entire tower, and I was able to fully experience that facility. It was during the day. I would love to be able to go back for a nighttime tour. That would be really definitely something I want to add to my bucket list for the near future. But definitely you could feel some energy. You could feel the presence that was going on there. So you knew that there was definitely something going on at the historic St. Augustine Lighthouse. So it's definitely a location I enjoyed going to. I'd love to go back again in the evening, and also maybe one day go and investigate it. Go through in the evening and go through the entire lighthouse. I had a friend who had an opportunity to do so. Last second, some logistical stuff led to them not actually taking advantage of going in and investigating the lighthouse. But it's definitely something I would like to look into in the future for myself. And now, the location that is my favorite haunted location that I wanted to go to since I was 6 or 7 years old would be the Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. The plantation has been there since the 1790s. General Bradford was an individual caught up with the Whiskey Rebellion. There's been known with having the ghost of one of the enslaved people on the plantation, Chloe, and the story behind how Chloe was killed for murdering one of General Bradford's daughter and his grandchildren by placing some poison in a birthday cake. And so that was definitely my favorite location I ever had an opportunity to go to. I had some logistical stuff I had to do. I had some obligations that involved me having to travel to Louisiana, almost to Texas. So I was way on the other side of Louisiana. And I just so happened to, in my planning on making it back from Louisiana to Florida, instead of going straight down and doing an L shape and cut down straight to Route 10, we went down at a diagonal and went right through St. Francisville and then traveled south back to Baton Rouge and then made our way back down to 10 and went all the way across the long stretch back to Florida. And so I only had about 45 minutes to an hour to take part in the facilities because it was like a 15-hour drive we were going to have to get back home just because of how far on the other side of New Orleans we actually were. We were literally within 10 minutes of the Texas line. So we were way out there. So I tried to take it as best as I could, took as many pictures as I could. Unfortunately, at the time, I had an iPhone that only had like 16 gigs of data. So I was really pressed for how much pictures I could take. I couldn't really take any videos. I didn't have the space for videos. And I would love to go back. I would love to have been able to go on the tour to actually go inside of the home. I've seen pictures of it and it looks fantastic. I've seen videos of the inside. It looks fantastic. And I would love the opportunity to go back in. And that was definitely on my bucket list of a place that I've been to the grounds and I've seen the outsides of the plantation, and I would love to go back to spend the night, be able to go through the inside, potentially even do an investigation there. That would be like the goal, to be able to spend the evening in the Myrtles Plantation in historic St. Francisville, Louisiana. So those are definitely the two of my favorite haunted locations that I've been to. There's countless other ones I would love to have an opportunity to go to. Like, I would love to go to the Stanley Hotel in Essex Park, Colorado. That would be amazing. I would love to go to the Hotel del Coronado in Coronado Springs, California. I would love to be able to take and go to some of those facilities and to investigate. But if I had to pick the two that I've been to, definitely would be the St. Augustine Lighthouse and the Myrtles Plantation. If I had a chance to go inside the Myrtles Plantation or potentially spend the night, then it definitely would have been number one, no questions asked. But since I didn't have an opportunity to fully immerse myself in the facility, St. Augustine Lighthouse definitely competes with it. Have you ever, anyone on here, been to any of those locations? If so, put down in the comments, some of your experiences. Did you experience anything at either location? Are these locations on your bucket list for places you'd like to travel? Let me know. And let me know what your favorites are. If you have a favorite location that you've traveled to, plus maybe a favorite location that you would love to travel to, let me know in the comments below. And as always, continue to look for the history in film. Till next time, have a great evening, everyone. And hopefully I sound better in the next video. Catch you guys later.